Was it the Revival or Kurt Angle who took out Enzo Amore? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Brass Show Entertainment, where I keep it prolific, consistent, dedicated. Donate to my Patreon, which is in the comment section or the description of this video. In the link, click the link in the description of the video. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Brock Lesnar, the Universal title. We're talking about Enzo and Big Cass. We're talking about a monumental Raw heel turn in the making. And we know that this has the ingredients of something that could be, well, a little bit of a task, or a little bit underwhelming, or will it be overwhelming? Ladies and gentlemen, how is Enzo going to take this? Now, we're all led to assume with this big scandal with Kurt Angle, with Big Cass defending his little brother's honor, but is it the Revival that had anything to do with this, or was it Big Cass all along? Ladies and gentlemen, first let's get to the top with Brock Lesnar. According to local advertisements, the WWE Universal Champion, and this is very interesting as it concerns this Sunday's Extreme Rules. Share, comment, subscribe, and smash that bell for more around-the-clock news, rumors, and headlines in WWE. Now, once again, WWE Universal Champion Brock Lesnar is actually being advertised to face Bray Wyatt, which could give a huge indication as to what's going to happen this Sunday at Extreme Rules on the WWE Network. So Wyatt versus Lesnar is being locally advertised for the title at the June 26th Raw tapings at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. The match is likely being advertised as the Dark Main Event and is before the WWE Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view taking place July 9th in Dallas, Texas, which will be headlined by Lesnar defending the WWE Universal title. Now in some more breaking news. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and donate to my Patreon, which is in the comments or the description of the video. WWE, share on Facebook and Twitter. WWE is reportedly planning to break up Enzo and Cass, the tag team on Raw, since the Hardy Boys are now considered to be the top babyface team on Raw. The current belief is that Big Cass will be revealed as Enzo's attacker at the start of a huge heel turn for Cass. A subtle tease was made when Corey Graves stated on last week's Raw that he would love to shake the hands of the man who attacked Enzo, and ended up shaking Cass's hand on this week's episode. Meltzer noted that the storyline of Enzo Amore getting attacked backstage will continue over the next couple of weeks, with the purpose of said storyline to propagate a major Big Cass heel turn. Additionally, he stated that the Enzo Cass disbanding has initially been discussed in WWE for quite some time now, with the main reason behind it that the Hardy Boys are now replacing Enzo and Cass as the top babyfaces. The WWE is apparently very high on Big Cass, with several industry experts stating that the promotion sees him as a potential main event Carter star. One is to believe the rumor mill. Enzo and Cass may be headed for a split, and fans will get a chance to watch them in singles competition in the weeks to come. Well, I was going to say, this Enzo and Cass thing, it was cool, it was hip, it worked in NXT, and then it, transcended to WWE. But, you just get sick and tired of seeing the same thing over and over, week by week. At least when The Rock did promos, and The Rock, was on the mic, and The Rock spoke, it was different, it was original, it was new, it was something that you didn't see coming. Or when Stone Cold was on the mic, or Ric Flair, or Bret Hart, or The Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, the great of the greats, Paul Heyman, guys like that. Guys that could light it up, guys that could tune it up, Terry Funk, the promo guys, the guys that know how to cut a promo. Now listen, Enzo and Cass are entertaining. But the star of the team, many would say, is Enzo because he's got the mic skill. But once again, many would say that Big Cass is the star because he's the tall guy, he's the big guy, he's the muscle behind the team. He's been carrying the jockstrap, or he's been the guy that's been leading, or he's been the guy that's been, in control, and the guy that's been unstoppable. And he called Enzo his little brother. But imagine if Big Cass was the one behind this. Now remember, this is rumors. Here on Sean's View, we talk about rumors, news, headlines, speculation, gossip, whatever it may be. Whatever it's true, whatever it's half true, whether you got to look into it further, whatever it may be, whatever the insider story is, I am here to give my opinion and my view, and I think the time has run out for this team. I think it's time for something fresh. I think it needs something different. I think it definitely needs to be, more edgy, but I don't, like I said, there's not a whole hell of a lot more you can do with Enzo and Cass except for split them up, and split them up the WWE will, and I think this is the right choice of action. I think the WWE is right in doing this, because you hear Enzo and Cass come out each and every week and do the same thing over and over and over and over again. It's so predictable. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we have something we can sink our teeth into, something that is unpredictable, something that will be unforgettable, something that could potentially be memorable. And what about Brock Lesnar versus Bray Wyatt? Will this weigh heavy on Extreme Rules? Does that mean Bray Wyatt? And is Bray Wyatt the most deserving out of Finn Balor, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe? Is he the most deserving to win that match? Is Bray Wyatt going to be the dark horse of that match at Extreme Rules and the Extreme Rules Fatal 5-Way Attraction? Ladies and gentlemen, your comments, your opinions, donate to my Patreon. Once again, viewers, are you in favor of Big Cass? Should Big Cass turn heel? Will this work for him? Will this work against him? Will the fans ultimately end up cheering him? Or will Cass or Enzo, who's going to get the better end of the stick? Who is going to challenge their skill, and who is going to match what they bring to the table, whether it be Enzo's mic work or Big Cass's capacity to be the tall guy in order, the judge, the jury, the executioner, so to speak. Your comments and your opinions on Enzo and Cass breaking up and Brock Lesnar defending the Universal title against Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt, no stranger to winning top titles, as he is a former WWE champion. Subscribe and smash that bell for around-the-clock news, rumors, and headlines in WWE. Stay tuned.